वंदे गुरु परंपराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तवम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन् पूतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। नारद उवाच प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरेन् नित्यम् आयुः कामार्थसिद्धये। प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमं नवमं बालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो इति नारदपुराणे संकटनाशन गणेश स्तोत्रम संपूर्णम। ओम we'll do extracts from Guru Stotram. Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। We'll do Dakshinamurti Stotram. Dhyanam followed by Ashtam. मौनव्याख्या प्रकटित पर ब्रह्म तत्वं युवानम् वर्षिष्टान्ते वसदृशिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलित चिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मारामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे पटपिटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवन गुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जनन मरण दुःखच्छेद दक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पण दृश्यमान नगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्गोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोध समये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं मुरः माया कल्पित देशकालकलन वैचित्रचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकम् असत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यः साक्षात् करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भो निधौ तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये नानाछिद्रघटोदर स्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकर्णद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभाते तत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये Teham pranamapindriyanyapi chalan buddhim cha shunyam viduhu. स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषंवादिनः माया शक्ति विलास कल्पित महाव्यामोह संहारिणे तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्त दिवाकरेन्दु सदृशो माया समाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूतसुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोध समये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जागृदादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तस्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि संबन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भांस्यनलो निलोम्बरम् अहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत् किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभोः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिंस्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूति सहितं स्याधीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्ये तत्पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. We'll do Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayata Patra Netra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जन षट्पतैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारत पंकजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. We go to chapter 9 of the Bhagavad Gita. We will try and complete 4 verses today: 29, 30, 31, and 30. Yeah, or 28, 29, 30, and 30. We'll try and cover 4. The next week, we'll perhaps complete the study of chapter 9. So we are in the Madhyama Shatkam. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Navamodhyayah. Rajavidya Rajaguhyo Nama Navamodhyayah. We did verse number 27 last. We'll quickly look at 26 and 27. The chapter deals with relating with Ishvara's visible form. Drishya Prapancha Ishvara relationship. How to relate to Ishvara, Drishya Prapancha Ishvara relationship, and also how to relate to the Chaitanya Ishvara. Ishvara is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karana, the non-separate, intelligent and material cause of Srishti, and how to relate to the Drishya Prapancha, the visible Ishvara, and the Adrishya Ishvara, Adrishya Chaitanya Ishvara. How to relate to both. That's what he said. Now, when you are relating and you are doing a devotional exercise, okay, you are showing devotion. Now, in the previous verses, we saw if you are going to use Ishvara or any of his manifestations for fulfilling a sakama desire, a sakama, something, sakama karma. You want to do some sakama palam you are seeking. That is something you are doing, sakama. There is a desire behind what you want to achieve. There is an object you desire. And for that object, you are using Ishvara as a means. That is called Sakama Bhakti. He says that is possible. But when you are doing Sakama Bhakti, you have to keep the instructions in mind very, 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 very carefully. Minutely. If the instructions go idhar udhar, then your results could be otherwise also. But if you are doing Nishkama Bhakti, then Ishvara says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhaktupahritam Ashnami Priyatatmanaha. So you are doing Nishkama Bhakti. Nishkama Bhakti means there is no personal desire tied up there. There is no personal Arthakama desire tied up there. I want to buy a new house. I want to acquire this property. I want this. I want that. I want that. I want this event. I want this label. I want this package. I want this person in my life. These kind of desires are not. Nishkama Bhakti is you say, I want Jnana Yogyata Prapti. If at all I want something, I want to have the Buddhi which will help me understand Ishvara, Jnana Yogyata Prapti. Okay, or you will say, Chitta Shuddhi Prapti, my distraction should go away. I should get a proper guru. I should get a guru. There's nothing called improper guru. I should get a guru. I must find sufficient time and inclination to study. These are all Nishkama Bhakti. Your Bhakti is because all this will take you to moksha. So if that is the desire, Krishna says, Patram, Patra means leaf, Pushpam, flower, Halam, fruit, Toyam, Pani, water. Whatever you offer, me Bhaktya Prayachati, Tad Aham Bhaktya Upahritam, whatever was offered to me, Ashnami Prayatat Manaha. I take it. Ashnami means I eat. Bhagavan eats that. Means Bhagavan accepts it. And who should offer it? Prayatat Manaha. Prayatat is, Mana is a person whose buddhi is centered towards Nishkama Bhakti. He wants Ishvara for Ishvara's sake. Ishvara is his goal. Everything else means. Whereas a Sakama Bhakta, Ishvara is the means, Arthakama is the goal. So he says this. How to do this? Because we are grihasthas, we have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to do. I mean, we want to buy houses, we want to, what do you call, multiply our money, we want to earn money, we want to earn labels. I want people to appreciate me. I want to get married. I mean, I don't want to get. There are people who want to get married, and people want to have children. People want their children to have children. Their children to get. I mean, children to get married first and then have children. Live proper lives. So that is okay. That is okay. If you have such a bhakti, how to offer that? How to have this bhakti and yet get that nishkama bhakti phalam. So he says, yad karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi tadhasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madatpanam. Yad karoshi, whatever you do, okay, yad ashnasi, whatever you eat, yat juhoshi, juhoshi is offering rituals, kind of formal ritualistic offerings. Yat dadasi, whatever dana you give. Yat tapasyasi, whatever austerities you follow. Tat madarpanam kurushva, offer it unto me. You are eating. You say, I am not eating. I am doing nevedhya to Ishvara. I am not doing anything. I suppose you are having a bath. No? I am doing abhisheka to Ishvara. Okay? So you can do that. And you are doing, let's say you are doing some fire ritual. You say, all this fire ritual is not for my benefit. Primarily, I am doing it for Ishvara Prapti. If incidentally something comes, I am willing to take it. I am willing to accept whatever result comes as Ishvara Prasada. Yadash, whatever you eat. My God, what a spirit. Jajjuhosi. You are giving. When you are giving dana, don't think you are giving. It is not. Remember, when you are giving dana, you have to think, I am fortunate enough to give. Remember that song, Tere Dwar Khada Bhagwan Bhagat Bhardere Choli. Choli, not Choli. Choli. Fill up his bag. Fill up his bag. Okay, he says, भीख मांगने आया तेरे घर जगत का पालन हारा रे. The fellow who takes care of the entire Srishti has come asking you for alms. So somebody, you are giving a donation, don't ever feel I am giving. Take it as an opportunity that you are offering to Ishvara. Tadasi, yat tapasasi, your daily austerities, whatever you do, whatever pujas you do, tad madarpanam kurushva, do it unto me. Let's see further. What else does he have to say? Shubha phalairevam Shubha phalairevam Mokshase karma bandhanaihi Mokshase karma bandhanaihi. Whole words, the whole line. Shubha phalairevam Mokshase karma bandhanaihi Sannyasa yoga yuktatma Sannyasa yoga yuktatma Vimukto mam upaishyasi Vimukto mam upaishyasi. Whole line. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma Vimukto mam upaishyasi. Okay, whole verse. Shubha phalairevam Mokshase karma bandhanaihi Sannyasa yoga yuktatma Vimukto mam upaishyasi. Okay. Shubha. See, whenever you do an action, okay, whenever you do any action, there will be Shubha phalam, Ashubha phalam. Pleasant results, unpleasant results. It will always be there. Okay, you buy a huge car, lovely, Shubha phalam, no parking space, Ashubha phalam. Okay. Somebody slightly scratches your vehicle. Huge repair expenses. Ashubha. Recently in Chennai, what happened? There was a cyclonic storm. That's why we didn't have sessions 2 days, 2 Mondays. So Monday before one, there was a cyclonic storm. Expensive cars were washed away. Cars costing an average of 35, 40, about 83 crores worth of damages in one particular place alone. Shubha Phalam, I had a lovely car. Ashubha Phalam, when the storm struck, my car value reduced to zero. Now this became a Shubha Phalam to some other fellow. Another fellow says, I got, sir, in Innova car, I did some electric work, I got it for 2 lakh. See, this fellow's Ashubha Phalam has become Shubha Phalam for some. So, Shubha, you live in a gated community, classy, till natural calamity strikes. You are inside for 7 days, no water, no lift, no power, nothing to eat, hoping somebody will rescue you. So, Shubha Phalam, Ashubha Phalam, okay, you will get. And these things tend to bind you. What is the meaning of binding? Binding means Shubha Phala binds you with, you want to have the experience again. You want to have more of it. You want to sustain that. So it's a bandhan. You want to enjoy that pleasure some more. You want to repeat that pleasure. You want to have some kind of permanence in all that. Okay? And that is a bandhan. Unpleasant, how can it be a bandhan? You say, I don't want it. I hope it doesn't come back to me again next year. So the mind is still hooked on, what if it comes back to me? What if I am stuck alone? So Shubha Phalam, Ashubha Phalam will keep you, the karma, that kind will keep you bound. But how can you free yourself? Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma does not mean you have to become a sannyasi. You don't have to become ochre robes. You have to have a certain attitude towards all this. What is the attitude? Mentally, I'm not saying leave your doors open, unlock your cars and let anybody take it. Trust in God, but lock your car. In spite of it, if something happens, don't feel you are the only unfortunate fellow. And don't call up and tell out, I lost 80 lakhs, how much did you lose? Don't compare, oh yeah, another man's disaster is more than mine. No. The teacher says, Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma. It is mentally a certain objectivity where what can be lost, a preparedness. You have put money in the stock market. Now it is going up. It can come down. When it comes down, you don't know, I should have disposed. People who study these graphs and things like that, they have this. There is this chart. Many of us bankers graph movements. So this fellow says, you are bought at the shoulder. That means when the graph shoulder, you should have disposed of near the head, not wait for the head. You should have disposed of in the ear. Now it has come to the other ear, means falling down. Now you say, I should have disposed it of, I should have disposed it of, I should have disposed it of. The Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma is objective enough not to regret his past decisions. Not anxious about the future. Zero anxiety. There is anxiety. There is a little bit of regret. But regret and anxiety don't run such person's life. I feel, oh no, I missed that chance. Perfectly okay. Not say, no, I should never sing. No, I lost the chance. That is an unrealistic kind of expectation. You can never find somebody like that. Oh my God, I missed it by seconds. I wish I had been there. Good enough. But that doesn't run your life. There are some people who are so anxiety prone that anxiety runs their life. I know I'm anxiety prone, but what to do to such a person? So Sannyasa Yoga Yuktatma, understand the nature of Mithya Srishti. If things do go against him, he is not devastated here. He is objective enough to take stock and move on. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma. What happens to such a fellow? He is freed from depression, conflicts, anxiety. Mam upaishyasi. He will be, he will be ready. He will be ready for jnanam. The mind will be more prepared and attuned towards jnanam, towards study. Such a person is a sannyasa yoga yuktatma. Not one who says, I want to become a sannyasi. That fellow is not a sannyasi yoga. Perhaps he wants to run away from it. A sannyasa yoga yuktatma is a certain attitude. It's here. There's a lot of clarity here. Nothing bogs me down. Nothing ties me down. Even if it does, I can free myself. I have a lot of clarity. I don't justify. I want to do something wrong. I will see that comes later. I want to do something wrong, I justify. Sannyasa yoga yuktatma is inclined towards dharma and disinclined towards adharma. Free myself from adharma, go towards dharma. He is in the midst of artha kama, but not artha kama don't run his life. He runs artha kama. Okay, such a person. Now let's go to the next. Verse number 29. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Mayite teshu chapyaham. Mayite teshu chapyaham. Whole line. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Mayite teshu chapyaham. Full verse. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Name dveshyosti na priyaha. Te bhajanti tu mam bhaktya. Mayite teshu chapyaham. Okay. Samoham. Okay. Sama. Okay. I have provided. Bhagavan says, suppose somebody asks Krishna, you taught Arjuna Bhagavad Gita. Bhishma was also there, who was a devotee. Vidura didn't fight in the war, he was away in the war. There were so many people who were devotees of Krishna. Why didn't you teach? So you were partial towards Arjuna. Even among the Pandavas, you didn't teach Yudhishthira. You didn't teach Bhima. You didn't teach your own aunt, Bua, Kunti. You taught Arjuna. You are partial towards Arjuna. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. My teaching is available for sarva bhuteshu. It's available for all 18 divisions of the army that had gathered there. It was off ready from Dhritarashtra right up to that foot soldier. It was available for everybody. Na me dveshyosti na priyaha. So I don't pay partial to some or hatred towards some. Let's take a simple example. There are a lot of people, say when we do Puja Guruji's yajna, and we organize it in a hall, we advertise it in the papers, and if you see the line below, it will be there, all are welcome. All are welcome. What does it mean? Samoham sarva bhuteshu. We don't say this category of people not welcome. You should primarily be follower of this to enter this place. No. For listening to Bhagavad Gita, you must have you should have listened to so many lectures in the past. You should have attended all my previous lectures. All are welcome. It's a 9-day program. You have not been able to come on 8 days. You come on the 9th day. You are welcome. Na dveshosti, na priyaha. Okay. So let's take. We have teachers who teach, and the teachers say, these are my class timings. On Sundays, Saturdays, various days, various places, we have class timings. You are welcome to join. There is a website. You can go into the website and download these talks. There are YouTube recordings available. Talking about Mahatmas, my own 134 or 5, I think this is number 36 or something available. Last 2 years, since 2020, December, I am doing, November 2020, 3 years now. Every year, every doc is available. It's available. We don't say only those people can download. These people are not allowed. Anybody can download free of charge. You don't have to pay for it. It's available. So, Shravana is available. And when you choose to inquire, when you choose to discuss, Manana, clarification is also available. Every morning, Monday through Friday, we offer Nididhyasana. You can join the Nididhyasana. Reflect, continuous reflection along with me 5 days a week available. That apart, you're welcome to attend classes in person. Not just me, the teachers also saying the same thing. So, Samoham Sarva Bhuteshu, it is available. Add further. Vedanta, Gita is not meant to be told that only Hindus can attend. It is universal. When I say universal, follower of any religion can attend. Na dveshti, na. Just because I come from a religious background, my great grandfather has been a follower of all this, therefore I am special. No. So it is available. Second, ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya. But what is the attitude with which you approach the teaching? So if you go into YouTube, there are some pseudo-intellectuals. And for the sake of their TV channel, whatever, TRPs or whatever, they will call a Swami and ask him a question. So the one Swami, they asked him, people call you God man. Do you consider yourself a God man? He says, I know God, I know man. I don't know God man. There is something you have coined. I have not coined. Now, this person is also curious. The person who came to conduct the interview is also curious enough. But what is the intention? Bhaktya bhajanti. They have come for that gathering to get some cheap applause. Perhaps show me in poorer light. I am a bhakta. I've been teaching Gita for long. I've been studying Gita for, next year it'll be my 40th year of Gita study. I've been studying Gita for 40 years. I've been sharing thoughts on Gita for about 10 years now. So if you call me on a TV channel or a social media platform and show me in poor light, what has happened to you? What have you gained? Never one person said, I know what are you calling me this interview for? I am not getting drawn into all this. You're an editor of a very big newspaper in Tamil Nadu. He said, I know why you are asking me these questions. I am not getting drawn into all this. You answer the question yourself. Swamiji was once called for an interview in London by BBC Corporation. BB Corporation, British Broadcasting Corporation. And the person was a very famous interviewer. And he asked a few questions. Swamiji just looked at him and asked him a question. What is the objective of asking these questions? The fellow, I want people to be well informed. He said, if you wanted people to be well informed, your questions will be posed differently. Here you want to show the entire Vedic, he didn't say Hinduism. You want to say the entire Vedic culture in poorer light. You want to show the whole thing in poorer light. Perhaps get a few applause from that, that high society, stiff upper lip and stuffed shirts, stuffed shirt fronts. There's a wow, bravo kind of thing. That's echoed also in India in some intellectual circle. He says your purpose is to get their applause. Your purpose is not to learn. Neither do you want to learn, neither do you want to learn, nor do you want others to do. You're just looking for some cheap thrill, nothing else. That fellow was stung. And then he asked a question, Swamiji, what question should I ask? He said, that's better. That's better. And the interview went on for about 45 minutes. It's an amazing interview. It's an amazing interview. In the group platform, I'll put that talk. So I'll give you the link to that talk. In which Swamiji says, if there is a teaching which says you have no cause to be unhappy, all you have to do is to look at the world you confront differently. Is it meant only for Hindus or is it meant for everybody? That fellow had no answer whatsoever. So I ask you a question. Suppose we have, now that we have at least Akra, people who listen to our talks are bhakti, Shraddhavan people. There are people who listen to these YouTube talks and give funny comments and things like that. In fact, one fellow asked me, after listening to all this, he said, do you have any personal psychological problems? I said, well. Then he said, what's your background? I said, I'm a retired banking professional. He said, you're doing otherwise well. I said, yeah, I'm doing well. What's your problem? He said, then why are you doing all this? I said, doing what? I'm telling you people there is no cause for sadness. What wrong am I doing? Is it something not worth thinking about? I'm saying you are by nature a happy being. You just have to learn to look at these things differently. You just have to have objectivity. You can handle any challenge. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And you want to make fun of me. So he says, Ye bhajanti mam bhaktya. One who comes to me with the right attitude. One who comes to me with the right attitude. Maite teshu chap aham. Okay, very beautiful. Is it? Api teshu. Okay. Okay, aham. Yeah. Cha mai te cha aham teshu api. That's how you should split it. Teshu api. What happens? Now, that's a very, very beautiful expression. You approach the teaching with the right attitude. What's the right attitude? I am open-minded. Not agnostic. I am open-minded. I am able to appreciate. There's a very, very important section here. I am able to appreciate that the Bhagavad Gita is a pramana. Pramana means it's a means of knowledge. Not just a means of knowledge. The only means of knowledge. Just as eyes are the only means of knowledge for knowing forms, ears are the only means of knowledge for listening to sounds. Bhagavad Gita, Shastra, is the only means of knowledge to discover the permanent happy being that you are, not that you will become. You are a permanent, limitless, happy being. That's you. You don't need any other means to validate you. You are the one who has to validate everything. Therefore, there is no cause for you to feel insignificant. There is no cause for you to feel small. Oh, really? You need a means of knowledge. And bhaktya, if you approach meaning, you say, this will work for me. That is called Shraddha. That is called looking at it as a pramana. We don't go to Guru for Netra Diksha. Don't go to Guru for Sparsha Diksha. Some people commented, I met Guruji and I got Sparsha Diksha. What is that? He touched me. He looked at me. It's okay. A little bit of emotional. It doesn't help you. Because once the Sparsha is gone, what will you next have? A Sparsha problem. He can't keep rubbing you all the time, isn't it? At some point, he will get rubbed unnecessarily. It doesn't work out that. When you approach it as a means of knowledge, as a pramana, to be unfolded by the teacher, the guru, who knows how to unfold, and you study, no escape from study. Sincerely, regularly, okay, systematically, for a length of time. Shravana Manana has to be done. And Nidhidhyasanam, it has to move from the intellectual level to the emotional level. This knowledge has to become your knowledge. This is not so. If you have that, what happens? The knowledge expresses itself in you. The teacher says, the Bhagavan says, you will come to me, I will come to you. Meaning, the conviction will express itself in you and will manifest itself in you. Your behavior, your speech, your sheer bearing will manifest the knowledge. What is the knowledge? Aham Brahmasmi knowledge will manifest itself. Has to be understood. Okay? So this is verse number 20. Let's go to verse number 30. Api chet sudurachara, api chet sudurachara, bhajate mamananyabak, bhajate mamananyabak, sadureva samantavyah, sadureva samantavyah, samyak vyavasito hi saha, samyak vyavasito hi saha. Whole verse. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mamananyabak sadureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi saha. Let me read it once more for you. Api chet sudurachara bhajate mamananyabak sadureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi saha. Api chet, even if such a person is a durachara. A durachara should be learned carefully, understood carefully. Some is a bad person. Okay? Bad person, you have to understand durachari here, that the fellow does all kinds of mischief in the morning, continues to do the mischief in the name of, and ends up saying, if Krishna will take care of. The person does adharma from day to every day. Whatever, even thinking, acting, speaking, everything is adharma. Krishna will not let me down. That person, we are not talking about such persons. They are hypocrites. They are not talking about such persons. Durachara is a person, one who lacks self-confidence in respect to Vedanta. Here, in this context. Meaning, I have got too many constraints. Ill health, family constraints. Nobody supports me in the family. Therefore, it will not work for me. Such a person is a Durachara. Here, another Durachara, the person has lived a life which is not aligned to Dharma in the past. Now he has realized, she has realized and wants to come to the right side. Not just one, takes the initiative to move towards the right side, towards Dharma. So one who was a Durachari has now wants to come to this person. The other person who lacks self-confidence for various reasons. I have not studied till 70 years. Will it work now? I'm hard of hearing. I can't even sit straight. I've got too many worries. I've got too many anxieties. That's a problem with many people in old age. They're worried about things. They're worried about their grandchildren who are not worried about this person, number one. Why are you worried about someone who is not worried about you? This is a question I tend to ask. I'm so worried about that person, and that person does not even care. So, such a person is a Durachari. If such a person is there, bhajate mam ananya bak. Okay? Ananya bak. One who has now decided that I will be committed from now. Not look at Panchangam and say, let Taimasam come. Time in Tamil, next month, January. It was supposed to be the auspicious beginning, and now we are running through what is called, it's called Marga Sirsha month. We are not supposed to do anything auspicious and things like that. So you are saying that let next Taimasam come, the next month come. I will start. No. Ananya Bhak is now. I realize now that I have not lived a proper life. I have so far lived unintelligently. Ananya Bhag Bhajate. I am a Durachari. That's where the difference is. I am not a Durachari. I am inclined towards non-judgmental of the self. I am inclined towards doing things which are not proper because of certain confusion, because of certain obsession, because of certain wrong desires, because of certain, urges in me. Such a person is no longer a Durachari. Such a person is an objective person. That objective person, Ananya Bhak Mam Bhajate. The objectivity to say, move away from, disinclined from what is not good for me, inclined towards what is good for me. Okay, if he does that, acha. Sadhurevacha. Okay, he is on par with a sadhu. The person who was, you have read the thing, there are so many themes. I saw some movies there. The good guy, a bad guy. And the good guy says, let's do something. At the end of 1 year, we will meet. And let's see. So they met at the end of 1 year. Circumstances have made the good guy into a bad guy and the bad guy into a good guy. Okay. So the The bad guy says there's no way you can't remain good. You can never be good. Knocks will turn you into bad. Okay. The good guy says the knocks can turn you into bad. He says the knocks can perhaps turn you into bad guy. If you have a little bit of viveka, perhaps these knocks you can be knocked down, but you can get up. And the person who gets up after a knock is even considered on par with a sadhu. Okay, and it is saman yogya. He is yogya. The person who has changed, who has transformed, is a yogi, is a yogya. Okay, and such a person is considered samyak vyavastitahi saha. He is one who has done purushartha nischaya. Meaning, I've lived a life. Okay, let's not go to durachara. Durachara we'll see later. Let's say I have lived a life which is artha kama pradhana life. A lot of people say, yeah, I wasted my life. 16 years pursue money, 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 money. 70 years I have pursued money, 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 money. Now I want to come to Vedanta. In my own eyes, I am a hypocrite. No. If at this point of time, this person says that yes, I have pursued money. I have perhaps pursued money. I now have abundance in my life. I now realize that pursuit of money alone need not be first priority. I am at a stage of life when I need not continue for further earning opportunities. I can, if something comes my way, I'll do it. But I would like to spend more time in satsanga, in before jnana prapti, jnana yogyata prapti, jnana. I would like to do. Such a person has done purushartha nischaya. A person who has perhaps been living a life of disinclined to dharma. I won't say life of adharma. The person says at a moment of reckoning, yes, I am facing certain challenges in life, certain situation in life, which has come to me because of they don't dub wrong action, right action. It's an outcome of a life which I had perhaps lived unintentionally without doing proper. I've not lived mindfully. But now I don't want to live the way I lived. I would like to live mindfully hereafter, preparing to face the outcomes of the past and also the corrected present. Because suppose, let's say there's a person who is who earned money in all our wrong manner. And today he's become a big Danaman and he does charity and things like that. So what do people say? He made so much illegal money, he is now washing his papa. He's prepared to face this. Let them say what they want. Such a person is called Samyak Vyavasitaha. He has done Samyak Vyavasitaha. He has done Purushartha Nischaya. So such a person is talking about. Let's go to the 20 verse number 31. We'll see if we can complete it today. We can also complete it next. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Shashvachantim nigacchati. Shashvachantim nigacchati. All line. Shipram bhavati dharmatma. Shashvanchanti nigacchati. Kaunteya pratijani janihi. Kaunteya pratijanihi न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Whole line, whole verse. क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा स्वस्वच्छान्ति निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. A guarantee clause by the teacher, not just Krishna. Okay? You can say, where is Krishna to give me the guarantee? Krishna gives you the guarantee through the human teacher. When Krishna taught, he taught in human form. He didn't sound and drop from the air. He took a human form to come and teach. There are Dasavatar of Krishna, of Mahavishnu. What's the ninth avatar? What's the ninth avatar? Huh? Ninth avatar is Acharya avatar. Krishna, Ekarupa Krishna gave avatar, Upasana. He gave knowledge to Arjuna. The ninth avatar, all our Swamis and teachers who teach Vedanta are the ninth avatar, Manushya Rupa avatar. The world itself is a Drishya Prapancha, is Ishvara, ninth avatar, permanently available to you. You'll see that in the next chapter. So he says, the person who is inclined towards Vedic learning, Atma Vidya learning, Jnana Prapti, and before that Jnana Yogyata Prapti, a committed sadhaka, Shipram Bhavati. Shipram means like that. In a jiffy, you will get it. The higher the commitment, Krishna says you will get. Not sporadic commitment. Systematic, regular commitment. I will not miss this session, come what may. I will not miss learning, come what may. If that's the kind of commitment, teacher assures, not just Krishna, even our teachers. Long ago, when I met my Guruji for the first time, and he was teaching, I asked him, Swamiji, you are talking about Atma Jnana. Do you think I can get it? I was hardly 20, late 20s, mid 20s. He smiled and said, now your commitment is something else. Whatever Atma Jnanam perhaps is way down in the list of priorities. And he also chuckled and said, perhaps it's only a fashion. It's only fashionable for some of you to say, I am also a student of Vedanta. When it goes up in priority, and when it reaches the top priority, Shipram Bhavati. Sitting here, imagine you're sitting in one of those transit lounges, watching for your flight. There are hundreds of flights. Where is your attention? You are, let's say, you're sitting in Brussels, taking a connecting flight to India, Chennai or Bombay or wherever. And your waiting time is over and you are midnight, all sleepy over. Where is your attention? Flight number Mumbai. Flight number Mumbai. It is here. Moving. Shipram. Now the time has come. Boarding from this place. Shipram Bhavati. Okay. Shipram Bhavati. So Shipram Bhavati. Dharma. Such a person is called a Dharma. Dharma doesn't mean that the pure sacred type of. You have got your Purushartha Nishchaya done. You decide to align yourself to Dharma. You are a Dharma. You have said, I am now going to align myself to Dharma. You are a Dharma. To such a person, Shipram Bhavati. What? Shashwat Shantim. Permanent peace, contentment, a sense of abundance is not far away from you. Like that can happen. Hey, Kaunteya, the teacher assumes the question. He says, hey, come on, child, trust me. Know something else. Hey, child, understand something. Prati Jani. Know it very well. Nischay Purna. Understand this. Me Bhakta na pranashyati. The person who has made commitment to Vedantic study, to Jnana Yogyata Prapti or Jnana Prapti, will never ever face a situation. Who says? Krishna says. Will never ever face a situation in life where he feels devastated. You will never say, I am lost. I am devastated. I am finished. No, you will never say it. Me bhaktya bhakta na pranasya. This is the assurance. Let's see what he says in the next 3-4 verses. We will conclude it. Ishvara anugraha, shastra kripa, guru kripa, atma kripa. You also all have to be here. We will complete it in the next section. Okay. There's a person who has given a number. I will write it down. Okay, you do something. Please ping it to me in my personal mobile number. I think it will be available. Okay, so that I can add you to the group. Okay, my personal mobile number should be available. It's in WhatsApp. Okay, I'll tell it to you. 98403 You please personally ping your number to me. People who are not in the group, I'll add you. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् तमस्तु ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो स्वामी दयानंद महाराज की जय हो बजरंग बली की जय हो पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय ओम my number for people who want it again I'll put it in the chat box. You can send me your number by WhatsApp to this number. I will add you to our Gita Satsang group. 984022236 will be registered. So have a wonderful weekend. People who can join me for the regular, not weekend, we are week beginning. If my mind is still on Friday. People who want to join the morning Satsang can join. You can WhatsApp me in this. I will add you to that group as one. May Ishvara always be with you.